Mongo's treacherous path, we face the squeeze. Flashdale and Zarkov, let's make it right. In savage worlds, we bring the fight. Lizard folk and lion men, allies to find. Flee from Prince Baron's traps, leave terror behind. Cross the firelands, hear the dragons roar. Stand strong in Arboria, we'll settle the score. Through the jungle skies and crimson seas, on Mongo's treacherous path, we face the squeeze. Flashdale and Zarkov, let's make it right. In savage worlds, we bring the fight. We storm the ice caverns, frost worms abound. Through frozen halls, our courage knows no bounds. Ming's machines hum deep in Mongo's core. Every step we take, we edge closer to the war. Face the arbiter's riddle, truth in disguise. Stars above dim as Mongo's secrets arise. With unity and grit, we shatter the throne. Freedom from Mongo, its people are own. Through the jungle skies and crimson seas, on Mongo's treacherous path, we face the squeeze. Flashdale and Zarkov, let's make it right. In savage worlds, we bring the dream. To the center of Mongo, the core of it all, where Ming's cruel shadow casts its pall. We'll defy his rule, break his machine. In savage worlds, we live the dream.
Forgotten love in the darkness, hero rises from the shadows. Beacon cut through the void, screams echo loud and hollow. Flash of light, breaker of night, savior of the stars. Flash of unstoppable might, defender from afar. World's in peril, desperate cries, villains' laughter fills the skies. Rushing through cosmos vast, never yield, never look back. Flash of light, breaker of night, savior of the stars. Flash of unstoppable might, defender from afar. World's in peril, desperate cries, villains' laughter fills the skies. Rushing through cosmos vast, never yield, never look back. Flash of light, breaker of night, savior of the stars. Flash of unstoppable might, defender from afar. Well, it's in peril, desperate cries, villains' laughter fills the skies. Rushing through cosmos fast, never yield, never look back. Flash of light, breaker of night, savior of the stars. Flash of unstoppable might, defender from afar. Chaos reigns, destruction falls. Enter heed the heroic call. In the bleakest hour he stands, courage burning in his hands.
Okay. Let's get a show on the road. Ooh, something's up with NVIDIA. That's interesting. Broadcast on there. Yeah.
We have a captive to deal with.
Monkey today. Be interesting. Is that not? Oh, hang on, how about that? Ah, there we go. That's terrible. See all my rubbish behind me. Okay. Must have done an update that turned everything off. Hello, 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 one of all. Don't need that one up. And let's see what that one. That's speed. Okay, right. Interrogation protocols activated. So, Tawny, you seem to have got short straw when it comes to working adventure. You do have two. It's just one of them's completely invisible, just to let you know. So there is one to the right of your deadly blow. Everyone else, their adventure cards are working. I've never worked out why Fantasy Grounds will sometimes randomly decide not to load the graphics for new custom adventure cards. Give it next session.
I see that, but I don't see that.
I don't know why it does it. Never worked it out. You do everything right. Everything's identical on all of them, and I always find when you start adding custom cards, it's always that the new ones always seem to glitch for a session or two, and then they seem to work. I will check and make sure I haven't done anything today, but that is one of the new ones. Calamity. It's an interesting one.
That's okay. The invisible one's a pain in the butt.
Well, don't forget, I'm trying to make basically because the cliffhanger cards, everyone you used to forget about them. So I'm making the adventure deck for Flash Gordon sort of very much good and bad, very much like cliffhangers. So it's an unforeseen calamity card. So yeah, I get 2 bennies. Each wild card I've got gets a benny, and you will get a point of conviction. So it balances out. I'm trying to sort of so when you're playing these cards, a lot of them there's pros and cons to all of them to make it more interesting and make it feel more unique. But anyway, when we left you last week, week before last, you were still in Tropica.
Yes. And we had a prisoner.
You had a prisoner. Damn, I've completely forgot that storyline. I was going to ignore it. You've handed him. I've got an easy answer for that one. You've handed him over to the locals who will interrogate him and find out more information. In the meantime,
okay.
Only because actually, there's ongoing investigations, and I completely forgot all about the prison. So don't worry. He'll
Recommend to the locals when we drop him off that they scan him to find the tracking device that he's got somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
They will do all they will do all of that sort of thing, and they will most assuredly get back to you on the information. Which means after you finish the current adventure I'm going to put you on, we'll return to the plot point. But apparently, the plot point you sort of do a chapter, and then you wait a while, and then you do another chapter. So handing him off. They say they're gonna take him straight to Zarkov for interrogation. So that should be good. In the meantime,
that's gonna hurt you, isn't it? just a little psychological warfare there.
In the meantime, you're basically actually, where's the map? I remember where. I can't remember where it is myself. Mongo. Map of Mongo. There we go. So we'll just share that out quickly. So
5.
Yep. You're in capital. You're in the capital of Tropica. You've been invited by Queen Desira. Basically, she's found out that you're here, and obviously you've spent the last couple of days resting, recuperating, and having your rocket ship serviced by Queen Dazara, and you're basically enjoying the sights of the capital
Is
of
that a
Tropica.
euphemism?
Not
Having
at
your
all.
rocket ship serviced?
Oh,
Absolutely
please.
not. Talking about Queen
Get out of
Dazara.
the gutter. It's crowded in here.
That's
Yeah,
No, I meant a euphemism for starting a revolution. I don't know what you guys were thinking.
Queen Dazara, the red-haired, beautiful, and imperious queen of Tropica. She rules from the capital city and the Tropican lowlands. There we go. She has little interest in the affairs of Ming, but she basically she's helping you
because the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
indeed. Working. Hang on, I've got a very confusing message there. That's very weird. Something's broken. Ah, there we go. So for some reason, OBS, even though OBS says it was streaming, it wasn't. Very strange. Sorry, Rigger. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. You haven't missed much. Okay. Advances should be on 5. I have 5 advances. Right. Anyway. As long as it's working now, that's okay. It says it's working now. Good. What's going on? Technology, hey? Stuff. So yeah, basically, she obviously she's doing a favour to Flash. So we'll see. Right. So as you're basically relaxing in a cafe on the plaza with a palace in the background. You're approached by a young woman who introduces herself as Relac. She explains she's heard of your exploits and wishes to recruit you for an expedition into the caverns beneath Magnet Mountain. She says
Caverns beneath
Magnet Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
To the
I like caverns.
yeah, to the west.
Indeed.
Oh, caverns. I thought she said cabins.
I thought you said
thought you said-
caverns. Oh,
Mine
good
out
Lord,
of
we'll
the
have a
tunnel.
drink.
I thought we were going to get pitched a timeshare.
No, it's time. No, it's not going to be a timeshare. Today's adventure is basically I'm taking you off to the Heidi High camp to you all the fun and games of camping in the 1950s Britain. Ugh, Heidi High. Okay.
Oh no!
I've got
Baden Powell.
That's suddenly going to be a crazy, interesting idea. I'll have to see if I can come up with one shot there. But anyway, she goes up. She explains they were magno boarding. You know about that. You ride magno boards through the caves in the Magnet Mountains, through the places where the gravity is reversed. It's a massive thrill. You should learn. Anyway, I was there with my boyfriend Darius. We found some new tunnels that no one had surfed before. We were having a great time winding the raves, camping, exploring. Sure, it's dangerous sometimes, but nothing we couldn't handle. Way down in the tunnels, we found a deep stream running along the ceiling of the caves. There was a tall stalactite, and in the middle was a huge white sapphire, the biggest I've ever seen, as big as my head. By hell, we were excited. We were going to chip it out of the rock and carry it back to capital city and be famous. We'd be rich, our families would be rich, but before we could do anything about it, a huge cavernosaur with a big white scar attacked us. We tried to get away, but it was too fast, even with our boards. Darius distracted it long enough for me to escape, but it got him. He didn't make it. He died in there, and I ran, leaving his magno board behind. Now I want to go back and get his board and find that sapphire for him, for Darius. I've heard of you and I need your help. Once I sell that crystal, I'll be able to settle up with you, regardless of your fee.
I mean, it does seem a little mercenary, doesn't it not? I don't know if we want to.
Of course we do. We're heroes. We'll go rescue the poor fella.
No, he's dead.
Do we know that
There's
for
no
sure?
rescuing here.
Would
No, that's
anyone like to make a notice check while Relac is telling the story?
Yeah, I'd love to make it.
Oh, Charles got the raise.
Don't know if I will make it, but
That's almost certainly he doesn't.
Nice.
Charles is the only one who got. Charles, you get the distinct impression as your as Relic's telling the story. She seems far more interested in recovering the Magno board than acquiring the sapphire. But it also comes across she's definitely feeling a great deal of guilt because she survived and Darius didn't. So you don't think there's anything dishonest, but it seems like she wants to get the board back more than the sapphire. She's probably she really did get Darius.
Sweet kicks. Can't just leave those in a cave somewhere.
I'm sort of wondering if that's the mole men coming up.
No, she said it was a cavernosaur that got her.
Yeah, but who dug the tunnel?
Oh, it's there's loads of tunnels under Magnet Mountain apparently.
Yes, but she said this was a new one. I mean, we got to throw all the conspiracies out there. Come on.
I suppose she meant new as in no one
True.
had discovered. I think she meant new in terms of no one had discovered it before. But you can interpret it any way you like. It's the wrong module I've just opened up. Kingdoms of Mongo, Kingdoms of Mongo, Kingdoms of Mongo. Where are you gone, Kingdoms of Savage Tales? That's the one I want. Kingdoms of Mongo. Scroll down. Tropica. Open. Mountain. There is an example, just so to give you an idea, there is an example of when it looks like is that Flash with Dale? I can't tell.
I think so.
Yeah, that's obviously Flash with Dale traveling through Magnet Mountain. There you go. Oh, look, yes. So if you look, yes, there's Zarkov and Deseret, and that's Flash and Dale flying towards them. That gives you an idea of the unusual nature of Magnet Mountain. But anyway, based on your estimates, it will take you. It will probably take. Well, it will take about 3 days traversing through the jungle to the base of Magnet Mountain, and then obviously because you'll be going in, then probably a couple more days to get to the cave she's describing. The jungles of Tropica are incredibly dense, and therefore it's very much a walking situation as opposed to flying a rocket ship over the top. And no, you don't want to take a rocket ship anywhere near Magnet Mountain. That's terrible things to the controls. Usually highly destructive. Yeah, usually results in highly destructive, catastrophic landings.
Having read that comic that we are looking at, we're going to be facing some rock termites. Great.
Possible to get explosives.
Are they good to eat?
Not so much.
No, I thought they'd be like lobster.
No.
Now they've got kind of a woody taste to them.
I want to get the ones that have been feeding on maple trees.
Did someone want explosives? Sorry.
Yeah, Victor did.
Is there any problem that explosives won't solve?
Yes.
To quote The Good Place, when I have a
Ah.
problem, I just throw a Molotov cocktail at it, and boom, I've got a whole new problem.
All good. Right.
Okay, fine. I want room cleaning devices.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it looks like
you mean
Twitch
like
is,
Mega Maid?
she's playing up
Something
today.
like that.
Twitch is playing up.
What
That's
is that?
strange. Video
Mega
download
Maid?
was cancelled. Please
Yeah.
try again, error. That's not
Oh,
good.
it was
and now
the
my mouse is-
Mel Brooks spoof of Star Wars.
Yes, thank you. Okay.
He turned the ship into a maid with a large vacuum.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
going on. Here. It would appear that Twitch is broken for me as well. The video download was cancelled. Please try again, error 1000. Oh well. Ah! That's annoying. Anyway, well, so yes, equipment, and I'm still got my head in on Earth mode about the availability tables. So Flash will DM guide, data center of Mongo's players guide. Okie dokie. Hang on. Oh, that's because it's kingdoms. There we go. Right. Gear. I should never get equipment. No, it's just going. It's just a stupid idea. Ambient grenades. Slick glass globes. Explosives don't seem to be much of a thing, do they? They get one grenade in the rulebook.
Olympic
I mean, I
grenade.
really just wanted
Yeah.
to stock up on the Mongo 5 explosives,
Mm.
maybe some grenades if possible.
Well, according to the Flash in the Flash Gordon spy book, you've got sleep gas globe grenades, and that's it. The other stuff you probably got was rare and unusual.
Well,
Were grenades
not-
even a thing back in the 20s?
Yes.
Mills
Oh yeah,
bombs.
they were used fairly well in World War One.
We had
Oh,
the British had Mills bombs in World War One, didn't they? Yeah.
Well, that's why I waited till we were in a capital city to ask if I could acquire some.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think Tropic is possibly the best place. Well, I suspect you'll probably find weaponry is not sold as a rule because it encourages problems.
Well, obviously, I meant like rebellion, black market, or the fact that we're supposedly good enough to be requested by the Queen.
Well, yes, but she doesn't get involved in politics, and she doesn't really care about Ming as long as Ming leaves her alone, if that makes sense. So the
That's
players
fine. That's why I'm asking about buying. I'm not asking.
Yeah, no, I know.
And if we can't, that's fine. I just haven't had a chance to restock, and it'd be nice to restock.
That's fair enough. Something very weird's going on. What's going on? Q2 is having a big sulk, it would appear.
I could give you one of those limpet grenades.
I still got 3 of those.
Well, there you go.
Sleep grid upgrades do sound kind of fun though, since I should be immune to it.
You might.
That's why I said they would sound fun.
Something's definitely going wrong today, and I don't know what it is. Why is everything not working? Very annoying. Having all sorts of fun games. My computer's playing up big. Very frustrating. Fun and games.
Fun and games till someone loses a hard drive.
Don't even joke. Right.
Doesn't
Okay.
even take that.
Definitely broken. Okay, but the microphone's still working, so it's just the camera. The camera's died, but the microphone's working. It's unusual. Webcamless today. Okay.
Doesn't even take that.
Yeah, voice is still working, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, sleep gas grenades. They're small frangible pyroglass spheres of Kirin. Oh, you probably have to go to Kira to get them. I think the simple answer is no.
Okay.
I think is the simple answer there. I'll have to have a look later and work out what's going on.
And most of mine have been recovered from stuff anyways. That's why I was.
Yeah, I think that's the idea. Really, most of the time you're going to have to scavenge stuff rather than nab it. Unfortunately, I'm afraid to say. Right, where were we? Oh yes. Oh, apparently you can. Oh, you can obtain magno boards if you want.
How fast do they go?
Relic knows where you can buy some magno boards. Very good question. Let's find out. Magno board. They cost 400 mingos.
Is that like a driving skill, maybe?
Crafted from the severed dorsal fin of a beached octo shark.
Oh,
The board is
that's
dried,
terrible.
smoothed, and shaped using rasps and sandpaper. After the designer finds the shape they desire, the board is decorated to reflect the owner's personality. In recent months, locals have painted more symbols of the rebellion. Only images of Dal and Princess Ori in various poses have been popular, with statements like "Long live Flash, Freemen rising." If caught in the possession of Magno board within the gates of Capital City, the owner may be fined or even incarcerated, unless they're the child of a high-ranking official. So obviously, she'll take you outside the walls of the city to someone where she knows you can buy some Magno boards if you want them. It doesn't actually seem to give you much more information about what they do other than that, though, which is interesting to say the least.
And these are like hoverboards type of thing?
It would appear
That's
that
what I was
is
thinking,
the
but
case.
it doesn't look like it from the picture.
I don't know if Flash and Dal are using one, if I'm honest. I think they're just levitating.
Yeah, they're just floating along. If you read the captioning in the picture, they're just floating along. They don't have a magna board.
Okay.
They're sort of at a neutral gravity, like neutral buoyancy.
Yeah.
I can't afford one.
Well, you've got things.
I haven't got 400 Mingos.
Okay. Heavens of Tropica here. Cave surfing. It's possible, given enough time and dedication and daring do, to learn to surf the anomalous fields within the caves between the Magnet Mountains. Reckless youth from Capital City are known to sneak off to the caves with modified boards known as Magno boards crafted from the dorsal fins of octo sharks. Okay.
So terrible.
Pre-built Magno boards can be acquired for several Mingos in seaside towns like Waverley, obviously in the shady back rooms of disreputable harbour shops. Obviously, she knows somewhere nearby. Most cave surfers prefer to construct their own. If desired, characters may choose to specialize in magno boards, sky sleds, and other exotics, making the piloting skill. It would be piloting, it would appear. Piloting surf skill specialization. No flash coordinate specialization, so it would be piloting apparently. You probably don't want to worry about it too much.
No, I can't afford it.
Well, that's definitely not on.
Well, wait a second. Why wouldn't it be athletic? I mean, just speaking as someone that can surf, like that should be an athletics role.
It's meant to be a specialized.
Surfing, yes. Surfing, yes, but magno boards aren't surfing; they're flying. They don't go across the water; they go through the air.
Yeah, but isn't it all based on balance and legs and? I mean, it's surfing through the air like Silver Surfer,
three-dimensional. Right? It's three-dimensional surfing, though.
Isn't all surfing three-dimensional?
Well, the board's not going to stay "quote unquote" under you all the time. Sometimes you're going to have to flip over so that your feet are pointing up, and that's not something that a normal surfer would do. At least I hope not.
Ride the curl.
I mean,
hang gliders.
I can't, but people can. But
I use piloting as well.
Okay, I would just argue that sounds like an athletics thing to me, but okay. Piloting it is.
Looks like it's meant
California knows how to surf.
That's not the point. The point is, it's like
no.
like,
I'm just.
That's not what I was saying at all. I'm just sort of saying like the making the argument like, it's like saying, well, such and such isn't a throwing skill or isn't. I mean,
No, I hear you.
Under normal circumstances, I would agree with you, but these guys obviously weren't surfers who made the game.
Right. Well, and there's that, right? I mean, it's like the people that want to argue and say like driving's a sport, right? Like, okay, but not really, and it wouldn't be an athletic sport, So, I mean, I get, it's not an athletics role to drive a car, right? It's a driving role, but I was thinking that actually manipulating a board and controlling a board is an athletics deal, but if it's not, it's not. I'm just asking. That's all. And by the way, I'm recovering. I'm not being rude or sulky. I'm getting over a cold, and none of y'all want to hear me like cough and shit. So that's why I'm muting myself. So that is So
fully
it's
understand that.
it's not me having a sulk. It's me just being respectful because none of you want to hear or the cats for that matter. But yeah. So anyway,
You are forgiven.
He's just being rude, isn't he? Only joking. Right.
seriously.
I'm nice mucking about. I'll laugh at something. My Twitch stream.
I know.
My Twitch stream isn't working. My camera isn't working. I want a different version to everyone else. I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
Oh yeah. So yeah, for sure. Then you need something.
Need something to have to make fun of. Yeah, I know. I just noticed everyone else's is working, so it's just my Twitch stream isn't working. Which is very annoying. Okie dokie. I'll have to look into that later. Okay, where were we? Yes. So the following morning, you head out through the jungle. Apparently, the jungle is it's difficult terrain. That's fun, isn't it? Okie dokie. Yeah, where are we? Okay. Let's have everyone have survival? No. No. Okay, so let's head you out into the jungle for day one. What did we get? We have diamonds, so that's okay. Okay. Mid-afternoon, the route from the jungle leads over a river where reliquary friends have often used a fallen tree as a bridge. Unfortunate, she explains. Unfortunately, heavy rain seem to have put the river into flood, and the dark water foams around the tree. Relic explains normally that crossing this bridge is an easy process. However, with the raging waters, she looks like it might be a bit concerning. Now, obviously, that's not a problem for the fire, but the rest of you to cross the bridge through the raging waters without flying belts, we'll need to make three agility checks apparently. Each raise adds 1 success, so you need 3 successes to successfully cross the bridge. If you get 3 failures, you tumble into the river, and then get to make swimming rolls described under. Drowning.
I can fly people across.
I was to say, or Safari just flies everyone across, except probably not Fritz.
Yeah, Fritz would be the only one I'd have problem with.
Can't I just jump?
Even Victor? You can fly Victor over?
I can fly. I've flown Victor before.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, cool.
I think
Fortunately,
you
we're
fell
not
once, right? And I saved you from falling.
So you can fly everyone across apart from Fritz.
Yeah, Fritz is more a problem of size as opposed to.
It is. It's down to size rather than weight because it's pulpy. We don't worry about weight. It's down to size.
What if we flew a rope across and secured it at both ends?
We could do that.
For
Which will give Fritz a +2 bonus to his agility checks. Yes. Actually, it could be athletics.
We could do that.
Oh, mind you, athletics did exist in Flash Gordon. It's agility, so it's agility. Yeah, you get +2 bonus for rope use, Fritz. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll
let's call
take a
that
little
plan.
longer, but we'll fly everybody else over, and then we'll rig a couple of ropes for Fritz.
Seems reasonable to me.
Thank you for flying Azul's Airlines.
Fritz nearly slips as he gets across the first third of the massive fallen tree. However, using the rope, he's able to grab hold of that and pull himself upright. The tree behind you creaks and groans ominously. Okay, Fritz, you now have to get 2/3 across. Make the first third. Oh, look at that. Basically, not concerned about the sounds of the creaking wood and the tree in front on the side of the bank with all the rest of the party groaning and moving. Fritz rapidly pulls himself across and gets across the river in record time. No problems at all there.
Regather the ropes.
To the other side.
Indeed, you regather the ropes. Okay. As it's the light's beginning to fail, and you think it's beginning to get to time to where you probably want to think about making camp and everything. You enter a clearing. It makes a change from having to hack your way through the undergrowth and everything. Appears to be a corpse of a guag. I had to look that one up. Seems to be a very large sort of creature that attacked Flash and Dale when they were in Tropica. Apparently, I had to Google that one. There don't appear to be stats for a Kraken that I could find in the rule book or a description of it. And I just happened to find a 1937 illustration of one chasing some Tuskmen and Flash. But anyway, it's being devoured by a swarm of bird-like creatures. They're mans. They're about the size of a man. They're crimson-coloured birds. They've got extremely long necks, and their rapier-sharp beaks are ripping deeply into the flesh of the unfortunate guag.
Maybe this is not such a good place to make a.
Oh no! This is just basically This is a clearing you've come across.
Let's
Do we
just
recognize them? The species? Are they sentient or are they just predators?
Covered in blood.
They're carrion birds, basically.
Yeah. Chaotic hungry.
Indeed. Pelchers, apparently.
Pelcher sounds like a British insult to me. You're right, Pelcher, ain't you?
It would probably work as one, wouldn't it? It probably would work as one. Right. You zoomed in. There you go. Marty on this side of the clearing. This always appears further out than everyone else. Okay. Bigger. And you guys, how you want to deal with this? I need a generate button. So, oh damn, that's how annoying is that? Group. Then I can put them around the Gwark, which looks nothing like the Flash Gordon Gwark, but I don't care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and share the record. Yeah. Let's say they're happily pecking away on the corpse of the Gwark right now.
I say we don't disturb them.
Yeah,
Let's not.
Are they carrion
sneak around
eaters,
and
or
avoid
do
the
they
clearing.
like fresh meat?
You
They
can make
eat fresh meat only.
You can make a survival check. See if you know what you know about them.
So
I
you
don't
can't
know
have
enough
7 there, right,
thing.
Doss? You know, you can't have 7 there.
Why?
Because you're only allowed 1 carry-on.
Oh, that is.
The GM gets 12 bennies for that.
That is truly awful. That is awful. I'm giving myself 2 for paid discomfort. And then giving everyone else 1. I've forgotten which character you're playing.
Tawny.
Yeah, you're Tawny. I thought you were. You do get that. That is the ultimate anti-Benny. And Benny's up. It's not even awarding Benny's now. Look at that. Oh, it did. It just didn't do the sound effects. Okay, there we go. Everyone gets a Benny. The GM gets 2 for having to put up with that one. Okay, what did we get? Survival checks. They are carrion, but you do know they're fiercely territorial and basically very dangerous if they think you're trying to get at their meal.
Yeah, we wouldn't do a nice wide walk around.
That's okay. Let's see what happens. We shall hit F12.
Fly casual around.
Fritz, let's have your stealth roll then. Trying to move quietly around them. Are you happy with a 5?
What are we playing? D&D?
To be what are we playing?
Hidden dice rolls. I'm happy with a 5. I'm not playing metagaming bollocks, yeah. As far as I know, I'm the stealthiest giant ever.
Okay, well, you can move your pace then, can't you? Which way do you want to go? Move yourself. No problem at all. Zul, you're next.
Oh, and for anyone who's worried about it, I've got improved sweep now, so you don't have to stand away from me.
Scary thought. Zul, have your stealth roll, unless you're not going to be stealthy. Someone's placed a medium. Someone's placed a medium burst template. We think I might have to add more bad guys if they attack.
Up.
Up. We lost Azul. I'll put him on hold then. Azul's paralyzed with fear and not acting. Lizards, you're up. Oh, he's moving. He's just not talking.
Not even going to try and sneak past him, huh? Just going to dart up there and scoosh him, huh?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That's rather, doesn't it?
I guess he doesn't sneak so well.
It's not. He's got a cold, but
Hit the push to talk.
yeah. Five hits. Still going against parry. Yet no one else is able to create it. So what is it about my game that basically means powers go against parry? Very annoying.
Well, make a log and give it to a kill, isn't it?
It happens in my game too. I don't know why that does that. You just want me to keep rolling damage?
Yeah, you got to roll 5 times, I'm afraid.
And I'll Benny the one.
Oh, hold up. Let me
that
deal with.
shook.
Let me deal with. That one's gone.
Yeah.
Sounds scary, human when they die, don't they?
They do.
Okay, I got two
It's the
beddies.
gruntiest bird I've ever heard.
I got two beddies from. That awful comment, so I'm just going to spend them here and waste both of them.
Awesome.
Okay, so now, yeah, by all means, spend a penny to re-roll the last damage. Something happened. I just accidentally moved a couple, didn't I? Anyway, let's put them back. But now it's been like that because they would have been inside the burst. They were probably inside. They were inside the burst template. Okay, that's a win.
They're
in that
inside
one.
the cone, yeah.
Yeah. The two I moved by mistake there. Oh, for crying out loud! What's this? National Roller 3 Day. Right. Okay. Well, that means that basically all elements of surprise and stealth is lost. Let's steal some cards in. And obviously that the sound of the death cries of the Pelchers seems to half the jungle seems to come alive, and more Pelchers start swooping in.
Oh, that's not fair.
Didn't say
You
it
just
was.
wanted to have the battle anyway.
Medieval GM. Medieval GM and my
That's
Twitch.
ridiculous.
My
That
Twitch
was a totally stealthy, totally stealthy hit. Those two others would have flown away.
They may still do so. But Victor's going to kill
You
him, I
said
think.
we hear more coming in. Like, are they
Oh,
in
yeah.
the immediate area?
That
Or-
that you can hear them. They seem to be sort of basically. They'll sort of be appearing from above the treetop. So if you want to go on hold, you can do so.
Well, I was going to do suppressive fire if necessary, but that requires a better group and a knowing where they're coming from.
I'm just evil. Grinning and smiling, and you can't see me because the camera's broken.
But with that, I am now confident these things would not have let us stealth by.
Oh, they would have done if you'd been stealthy, you'd have been stealthy.
Only if they didn't see us or hear
Oh,
us.
but then there's me. Oh, hey, I actually would have been sneaky. Son of a
There
gun.
you go.
Okie dokie. Where are
Now, I was even going to go separate from everybody else, so whenever we broke stealth, they'd all look at me and not at you guys, and
It's another 2 down.
All right.
Well, since we're not stealthing anymore, I'm going to do a move on strike on number 13.
Be my guest.
Let me get my targeting thing going here. And other hand. Oh, well, only one strike.
Shaken. Okie dokie. Charles, you're up, sir.
Charles will go to there. He'll poke this one with a sharp stick.
Utilizing the gang up.
Sensible tactic.
Poke that one really well with the sharp stick. Really, really well with the sharp stick. Good grief.
Ooh, nasty.
Skewered for cooking.
Pelter kebab.
Indeed.
And then I will continue a little bit further forward.
At the end of the day, you attack. You got to bear in mind you attacked. For those, so whoever worked for Mr. Complaining that they more came in is, I said they're very protective of their food. So then you suddenly attack all the ones that are eating, which then makes the Pelchers think you're after their food. Of course, they get more. So get more aggressive. Anyway, Fritz, you're up, sir.
Oh, so our stealth was really necessary, wasn't it?
Well, it would have been, except someone decided to just create loud, impressive, gaudy displays of Mongomancy. The battle map was made for you to plot your careful navigation around the edge of the thingy. It was for tenseness. It didn't take me
It's
long
taken
at
you
all.
hours to draw this, and it's been wasted. I bet you spent the whole week doing this map, didn't you?
It took
In all
mid-journey about.
shadows
It took
light,
mid-journey about.
fading.
It took mid-journey about a couple of minutes.
Pretend you did it.
I've got so many maps anyway, but this one I wanted a creature in the middle. So I must admit, you know, those I've got like 165,000 maps from Etsy. I mean, they're all AI generated, and they're mostly the ones I use for. I mostly use the. I've got them big. The mostly post-apocalyptic. You see a lot of them in my Hell on Earth game. But anyway, it's quite reasonable. Okay, you're doing it right. You're moving to there. That's okay. End your turn, and we'll see what Tawny does.
I was waiting for you to tell me some pilcher that was underneath its guts that we didn't see jumps out and tries to rip my nads off, but no.
Well, possibly, but I might do that now. It sounds like a good fun. That sounds too. That's a very evil idea. I quite like that. I think I'm going to give you a Benny, so I can, and then allow myself to do that in a minute. Tawny, you're up, sir.
We don't. I don't see any belchers.
You can hear them coming. You can hear them. You can hear more squawking in.
Right. Then I will.
They're obviously above the treetops.
Near
At the
one
moment.
coming from the inside.
And
of
apparently
the
you see the
zinc.
body moving a little bit too.
Possibly. Fritz is sort of bending down to get a really good look as this thing hits him in the face. Anyway, the other side of the clearing's over there if you want to go. Yeah. They can only come down in this clearing. The tree cover's almost absolute in this area, you see, so fairly safe. It makes you wonder what the only thing you'd really possibly be worried about is looking how big and impressively scary that thing is. What on earth killed it?
It is.
That one come flying in, but it's going to it swoops down into the clearing and starts making a beeline towards the cluster of individuals. But that's all it's going to get with its flight move. This one here is obviously going to swoop down into the clearing. At Isris, you're definitely you're all heading towards their food. Isris avoids it. That brings us to Zafira.
Okay. So we shake Pelcher number 14.
Okie dokie.
And that's the end of our turn.
Stuff. Okay. Lul is up. Selective, eh? I'm intrigued now.
that sound like fire?
Okay. Work out. There was also a sub effects there. So Mongo Manti burst miss. Okay, then you spent the penny to read. So that's fine. Try and work something else out. So.
So I did. I was gonna hit them both with multi-action, but I kept missing with the bennies.
Fair
So I
enough.
just used my second action, my second spell to hit the same one. Finally hit him.
Understood. No problem at all. Right, there we go. That worked. Took a gamble, but it seems to have paid off. So, okay. Let's kill that one then. That's Lizarus as you called him. In shock as you surround him with Mongo Manti paws around him, but it doesn't actually affect him after all. Right, let's beak attack Tawny. Missing.
What? I mean, that's good and all, but who's attacking me?
Oh, did I not make it visible? I apologise.
Ah. I'm going to go for Lizarus again. Actually, no, I shouldn't go for Lizarus again because I'm randomly picking targets. It should be Charles, shouldn't it? I'm randomly picking a target. It should always be Charles.
Yippers.
Oh, did you take that flaw?
Yeah. Trouble magnet and bullet magnet.
So if in doubt, it's always Charles. Charles gets pecked.
Oh no.
Fortunately, not too badly. And then just because it was such a blimmin' good idea, I'm just going to have this one come flying, squawking straight out of underneath the carcass. Straight at Fritz, who I already gave a Benny just in case he needs it. As I suddenly do, 175 points of damage on 2 6-sided dice. I jinxed it by saying that. Oh my god. I actually hurt Fritz. Sorry, Fritz. It was a damn good idea. I had to do it. Sorry. Look at that. Fritz is... his glass jaw hindrance is nerfed by the unarmoured setting roll. Unarmoured hero setting roll. That's a bit of luck. Yay! Got the camera back. Right. That means the new round begins with Fritz getting a joker and the GM getting a joker.
No.
Fritz, you're up. Fritz, you're up first on a joker. Being a big guy, so can be rather annoying when it comes to the little bad guys. But that's just unpleasant because you've got the Joker bonus to negate size penalties. Okay, I'm getting a Joker enhanced beak attack on Charles. Just misses. I think it's time to be cruel and spend the Benny I got from the Joker. Peck Charles mightily sharply.
You weren't. Yeah, you're wounded even if you weren't shaken. So
Yeah.
could be sums in the head there. Iron Jaw kicks in and he soaks it. Okie dokie. Azul, you're up. Do I detect another selective burst template here? Have to do it. Oh, no, he's going for the other one. Okay, dokie. No. Okie dokie. Get on. I'm going to get on with the game and stop worrying about techie stuff. Working, it's not working. Okie dokie. Pelcher 8 was incapacitated. Even now. Oh, no, this one's going to have another beak attack on Fritz. Miss. This one is. Have a beak attack on Charles. With a raise. Charles obviously tastes nice to them. And that brings us to Lizarus.
I'm going to take 3 steps forward and slice and dice that number 9. We'll Benny that. One more try. That's a hit. There we go.
One visit.
Okay.
Two hits. Shaken and a wound. Happy with the shaken?
Yeah.
No problemo. Sister Zafara. Oh, it appears to be a John. Fangs. I hadn't recognised that card before, so I had to have a look at it. Hit with a race. Cool, that's dead. Nice shot there.
Oh, we go down.
Nice shot with your ray gun pistol.
Thank
I think,
you.
I think the others will probably, food or not, the others will probably flee at this point, but but they'll probably won't live long enough to do so. So this one here is still flapping around Charles's head, pecking at him.
Right. Come around here. Ooh. My claws damage is off. It should be a D10, not a D6, but we can come back to that. Instead of 2. So it's 15.
Just means you haven't updated your character sheet correctly. And we need to do that, don't we? Exclamation mark after the strength to give you plus 10 damage on your claws, even though you have D8 strength.
No. I don't think that's it. It's the brawler and the brawny.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Brawler and bruiser.
Yeah, so you had strength plus D6, so that takes you from strength. Brawler takes you to strength plus D8 damage, and then bruiser takes you to strength plus D10 damage, which is what I've updated on your character sheet.
Yep.
But your strength is only a D8 normally, so normally when wielding a weapon, you can't do more damage than your strength dice. But with natural weapons, I don't think that applies. So to get fancy grounds to allow you to have strength plus D10 claw damage, what you have to do is put an exclamation mark after strength. So it will do a D10, which basically says allow D10 damage even if it's higher than the strength. So that's why if you look at your strength claws now, it says STR exclamation mark plus D10. That's how you get round it. Cool. That bit of useless information, and we are going back a long way now. That was added to the rule set because of 50 fathoms. Because in 50 fathoms, a kraken got their bone swords, and the bone sword could do more damage regardless. Would do D8 damage regardless of strength. So I can't remember who put it in. I can't remember if it was Kill or it was even Phantom Whale, but that was put in to support 50 fathoms. Obviously, we needed it for other stuff, but that's a
next event won't matter.
Pretty useless, but hopefully interesting history there. He disagrees, though. Yeah, he disagrees. Charles, you look like you are no longer shaken. There's only one Pelcher left. It seems to be trying to peck. He's trying to obviously bite Fritz's kneecaps off.
So I will dart over here and poke that one with a sharp stick. Oh, this one I didn't poke so good.
You still hit it.
Yeah, but I didn't skewer it. I just hit it.
Well, you shook it unless you want to benny it to see if you can do more.
Nah, that's fine. You don't need any more bennies, I promise.
I don't get bennies in this one if you spend them, don't forget. It looks like everyone got 2 bennies anyway there, thanks to Tawny and Azul, so
Okay, cool then. You might as well finish off the last one. 'Cause it gets to go after the two jokey. After the two jokers are used up, it will attempt to fly away.
Great way to end combat. Two jokers.
Sensible to me.
Still doing my parry. I don't know if I'm missing raises on that or not, but
No, it's all good.
When you're on fight, there's no raise. Got to be 8 to be a raise.
yeah, no, I know. I didn't check on the others, but yeah.
And with that, the last culture goes down. Here are the action cards.
Who likes chicken?
They're probably quite edible. You could
Well, I'll
probably
gather them up and we know what we're having for lunch when we get to camp.
Indeed. Can I have some notice checks from everyone, please?
Nope, I don't see a thing. I'm gathering chickens.
See
I was
anything but
thinking,
chickens.
I was thinking, oh, this is good. This is good. This is exactly what I need. This is what I want for some nice paranoia. Saying, well, that's fine, thank you, and ignore you all. But unfortunately, Sapphira went and got a 10.
Yay, Zafara.
Sorry. Not.
You hear what you hear the sound of a branch snapping out behind you outside the clearing. When you turn around and look, you can't see anything.
Oh,
You can't see anything there. However, you can see the branch that snapped. So you get the distinct impression that somebody or something is following you, but you can't see it now.
Quickly say, heads up, there's something out there, but I cannot see it. And move towards the guys.
No
My
problem
full
at all.
case of 6.
Oh, don't worry. Combat's over. You can move around freely unless I hit you.
There. It's okay. I'm sure that there's all kinds of things out there following
No,
us.
I'm sorry. There's something out there following us. I cannot see it, but it's there.
Yes, I'm sure there is. And you just let us know whenever it starts getting closer again, okay?
Oh my God.
You can't slap him, you know.
All right. Patronizing will not earn you brownie points.
Don't heal him.
You can
next
fly
time,
yourself
you
across the ravine next time.
Exactly.
Whoops, splat! I slipped.
No problem at all. Right. Well, you can obviously. Well, those
Where
that
was
got
that branch broke?
this side. Right, as you move on through the jungle, those that have survival can make survival checks to see if they want to, if they think they found a good camp.
I go back and check where that branch snapped before we head off.
Okie doke.
Nope. Not a clue where to camp.
Oh, I bet I can find one.
I bet you can too.
Elizabeth finds what I suspect is a very nice camp, and that's because I've got.
But you suspect you're the GM.
I thought I saved it. Not save it. Annoying. That's what I saved just now. Maybe I did.
There we go. Just because I've got a pretty picture doesn't mean you have to immediately assume it's a battle map. For the record, share record.
Azul's gonna
Zoom to fit.
Mongo man see it anyway. So
And yeah. That's where you're going to set up. Well, it's quite pretty campy.
That doesn't look friendly at all.
I don't think any of the the jungles of Tropica is friendly, to be honest. Mongo's not a nice place, it appears. But anyway. Set you up camping.
It's very well drawn.
So, going, Victor, you don't see any sign of what could have been following you, and you scan the whole area. You don't see anything out there. You wait for a while. Nothing happens. Eventually, you catch up with the rest of the party. They seem to be setting up camp. Huge trees.
Set up a fire. Set up a rotisserie, so to speak, and put the birds on it and cook them up.
Indeed. Well, it's a very pleasant meal you have. Right, let's set up some watches, shall we?
Okay.
Seems sensible to me to set up watches.
Yeah. Does anyone need a recharge on the crystal, on their crystal?
As always.
Okay. D6.
I'm suggesting 3 watches of 2 teams each.
Sorry, it's only 1 point.
And skip Zephyra so she can spend her time charging stuff.
Joe Rama says, break out the bennies, so I shall.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Okay, so that was a case of let Zephyra do the bit. So that's so that would be 1, 2. 4. So who's taking first watch? At the moment, it's got. Who wants first watch?
I'm on first watch.
I'll do first watch.
No,
Tony and Fritz.
I will.
You're pairing up. So who wants second
We're
watch?
going to fight for it. No, not really.
Who wants to join Dizriz on second watch? I'm going to say Charles, Azul, or
I'll take second.
you already are. That's why I'm saying who wants to join you. Azul is on second. That means we'll put Charles and Victor on third. Good. See how eventful the night is. First watch, uneventful. Second watch. Second watch it is. Lizriz and Azul are away. What else? Get to make a stealth check. And Lizriz and Azul get to make notice checks. Lizriz is Simin good at his job, isn't he?
I'd say yes, he is.
1. If I hadn't got, for the record, if I hadn't got any picture cards, it would have been a very uneventful night. But alas, alas.
Oops, sorry.
Alas, the cards decided
Just
you
because
get to have an encounter tonight.
just
Blame the
because it's a
chip.
pretty picture doesn't mean it's not a battle map.
Well, because
But
of
it
the angle.
doesn't not mean it's battle map.
That's all rolled a 9. Seems reasonable to me. Okie dokie. So we shall basically start the initiative. Yeah, I know they're on hold. I don't care. Let's go. They're asleep. Izriz gets to go first on a Joker. Now, whether he chooses to wake anyone else up or as soon as any loud noise. Has anyone got a heavy sleeper hindrance? I can't remember if the thing in Flash Gone. But
No, I do not.
No, but I don't sleep either.
good point, Victor.
I'll
Is
start by yelling, everyone
good point.
awake, we're under
I'll give you
attack,
that,
and
Victor.
attack something.
So obviously
do we
everyone
get
else.
to roll a notice roll to hear them say, "Everybody get up, we're under attack"?
Well,
Scream, everybody get up, we're under.
well, yes, but obviously in the first 6 seconds they get to react. But obviously Victor, Lizrus, and Azul get to act this turn, and then everyone else gets to act next turn when you're no longer surprised, as it were. But the point is, they did make it because they spotted you. They're not on hold. They're not on hold. And also, the point is, the bad guys are more likely to target the awake individuals rather than the sleeping ones at the moment.
Foolish people.
I think I'll Benny that damage. There you go. Move over and slice him up with that fire sword I've got.
Okie dokie. We incapacitate him, so we don't need to worry about if he's on fire or not. And he goes. Bandit number 5. Azul's on guard and Vix is on guard for all intents and purposes, so I'll just be slightly away from everyone else sleeping individuals. Not interested in attacking the sleeping individuals at this time. He's got a long sword out of range. He's going to have to run to reach you. Oh, he does have a ray gun pistol. Well, I didn't notice that. Oh well. This is ray gun pistol on Lizrus. And miss. You would have had. Hang on. How many power points are you down? That's a very good point because you were on second watch, weren't you? You'd have got all your power points. Victor, you're up, sir. Obviously, you were on watch. All even though once the party decided that who was on watch, you don't sleep. Decided you do all 3 watches and just let them, and without worrying them about it. So you're patrolling over there.
That's fine.
You can see 3 of them making their way out. Okay, well that's a hit with a race.
Oh, no, that's terrible. Oh my.
Oh, that's truly impressive dice rolling there.
Yeah.
Benny that.
That's an exceptional skill to do that little damage.
Can't do
on top.
worse. Literally cannot do worse.
No.
Okay. I am re-rolling that damage, like I said.
Yes, no problem at all. I think it's a given.
That's better.
Squish.
I prefer the first one. I think I might just take the first one.
Squish his head in my claws.
Oh,
Well, it's
lovely.
only 2 squares, I believe, so...
Touching your head.
Crush his head. Crush his head.
Jump over to that one with dripping blood.
Seems unnecessarily violent and perfectly fine for the game.
Our ode to
Examples
kids in
must
the
be made.
hall.
Yes.
I thought Flash
Nobody
Gordon was a
wants-
children's show. This version.
Okay, he's knocked out, and I'm leaking something dark and red.
Indeed. So good. I'm only teasing. Don't worry. Go for it. Let's see what happens to poor bandit number 1.
Oh, I'm not multi-actioning. I just
Oh, sorry.
I had
I
extra move-
apologize.
that extra movement I got right in his face.
Oh, sorry. I completely misunderstood. Okay, well, as you come over, he looks concerned at what you did to his buddy and fumbles at his longsword, hacking at you ineffectually. Brings us to Azul.
Is this theater of the mind?
No, there's a map.
The map. I did share it. I did share the map.
Pick
Why
up
did
the
you
little
get it?
token on your character sheet and it'll bring up the map.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Bursting all over the place.
Well, yeah.
They're hits.
Oh, those are hits. I want my Benny back then. I want my Benny back, Benny back, Benny back. Sorry. I'm being a douche. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
No, that's funny.
Benny back, Benny
It's
back,
good.
Benny back, Benny
It was
back.
good. I liked it. Yeah, I was just.
That's baby back
Baby
rib.
back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
From the
That's
feedback
what
loop.
happens when I don't mute myself. See what you're missing?
That's okay. It's just a very
I
Well,
should
damage-
be encouraged to be muted.
Unrolled.
All right, I think I got that one.
arrangements can be made.
I'm going to spend. Oh, I'm going to give him a Benny by mistake rather than spend it, and then I managed to shake him somehow. Hang on, let's try that. Let's try spending the Benny rather than use. Oh my word! No, he completely wasted
Yeah.
that Benny.
Yeah.
My soak rolls today are rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Okay, I think I'm just going to have to shoot you. Oh, go on then. Just the one. Crying out loud, my dice rolls today are terrible. Okay.
Is this the bumbling bandit band?
I'll give you a penny for that. I
The
like
bumbling band of bandits.
We're gonna Kevin McAllister him.
That's
I mean, he was violent, but he didn't ever crush anybody's head, though. So.
no, that's true.
Bandit number
So he
7
killed
is going
Coach all
first.
the time when he smacked him in the face with the bank can.
I know. It's ugly.
I'll just be glad the last name isn't inverse.
Fritz Liebers. Fritz, you wake. Obviously, you basically finally get yourself free of the sleeping bag and look around.
Oh no, trouble.
No, they just told me to come in here and say trouble down mill. I didn't expect.
Robin Hood, these ain't.
You shoot him with your old ray gun rifle, and then just go stomping up to the guy who's basically suddenly goes, "Oh my gosh, it's an eclipse," and then realizes it's and then realizes it's just Fritz. Charles.
Charles sits up and says, "We were just holding hands," and then looks around like, "Oh." Decides that he's going to go ahead and shoot bandit number 7.
Okie dokie.
That was funny.
I'm not even going to waste a penny soaking anymore. It's because it's just not going to work. Victor.
It's already one. Unfortunately.
Oh, puppy.
Did he surrender? No, he didn't surrender. So.
Yep. Well, I mean, from a narrative perspective, you walk up to him, go surrender, and then hit him before he gets a chance to react from the initiative order.
Dropping weapons is a free action.
I know he was going to go next, but he won't now. He will never act again.
Surrender.
Let's see what he does. Okay, well, he did shoot his ray gun pistol last time. He has been shot at. I think we're going to do that to see if he surrenders. No, he seems very determined that surrendering isn't an option, and he decides to.
Well, considering the last guy that was told to surrender still got scooshed.
Like I said, dropping weapons are a free action.
Okay. Okay. I need everybody. I need everybody to make a notice check.
They can wave.
Charles and Disris. Charles and Disris. Charles and Disris, you notice someone attempting to move stealthily away from you all down here. His stealth roll is beaten by both of your notices. No one else is aware of it, unfortunately, including Azul.
I point my gun that direction and say, "Freeze, sucker!"
Azul, you're up, sir.
But I do not see what's coming at me.
Well, basically, what happens there is Charles suddenly goes freeze and points at Sucker, points at behind you, but you look there and you can't see anything.
So I will go on hold.
Okie dokie. Likewise, Tawny. Charles is pointing in this general direction, but you don't know what he's pointing at.
All right. I'll just go to there then.
Got to actually move him sneaking away on his turn. So.
This'll hurt.
Ouch. It's not my day. That seems appropriate, actually. Oh, someone just dropped. It looks like Azul's computer's got his cold. Disconnected. Lizarus, you're Lizarus, you can see it. You can see this individual sneaking away. And he's not invisible to you.
Move to there, pulling out my rifle and say, "Freeze, you," pointing straight at him.
Okie dokie.
Actually, Neil, let me revise that. Fire a shot over his head.
Okay, that sounds like that make it a shooting roll. Definitely a test. Hang on, targeting that on it.
Oh, I think I can do better than that.
Okay,
There you go.
won't be agility. That will be a spirit check on his part. Okay, well, you one with a raise. Let's see what you did to him. Whoa. Okay. Okay. You want him distracted or vulnerable as well?
Let's say vulnerable.
Okie dokie. In addition, you basically you fire a shot at him, and you get to hit. You get an extra d6 on any attack rolls on the fellow. For the rest of this encounter. Interesting. Take a good look at him. Okay. I'm going to say with a distraction that would take his. That would take his stealth roll, which was a 7, down to 5. Which means if they're at you just saw this is fire in this direction, but you don't know at who.
Yeah, but I don't see anything there, do I?
No, not with your notice check. Obviously, next round. Oh,
So
might
I'll
change.
just roll over and go back to sleep.
Nice.
Very nice. Give you a
Day with
chance.
these guys. These fucking guys.
Did that? There. Dealing cards. Some combatants are hard. Resolve them. That's good. Dealing cards. No one got a joker. Zafira decided to roll back to sleep, so we'll well, actually, you can make another notice check.
Okay.
Maybe you should roll over and lie down, and just closing your eyes, you might see movement out of the corner of your eye. You do see him there.
Oh, okay.
Trying to sneak away. In a minute, he's going to, on his turn, he's literally just going to run. So you'll definitely be there with all pretense of stealth goes out the window. So you can see him basically looking like he's getting ready to skedaddle.
Well, oh shoot, forgot to target him first.
Well, a 5 will hit him.
There. And I rolled a 5 to hit. And
Am I the only one that just got DQ'd?
Yes.
yes. I got all many of that.
Shaken.
Yeah, we'll leave it with shaken. We'll say that's what you get for interrupting people in the middle of the woods. Go away and do no harm. Go back to sleep.
Okay. Drog's shaken status is removed. He takes one look back at all of you. He drops his crossbow to the ground and starts running away.
He's buggered off.
Into the darkness of the jungle. It's the fact you can't see him anymore on the map. So he's basically buggered off. So you can either, if you wish to pursue, or you sort of one person alone in the jungles of Tropica doesn't bode well. So
Can I get a shot at him as he starts to run away?
You can. I'll let you take
Disappearing target type of thing.
very much a disappearing target type thing. If you'd been on hold, if you'd had a higher initiative than him and then gone on hold, and then you saw him rabbit, you could have taken the shot. But as it is, you've taken the shot. You're expecting him to be intimidated by it and stop. So when he goes, you're a bit surprised, and by the time you realise he's disappeared into the darkness, the undergrowth.
He's got a king of clubs.
Yes.
I wonder.
You could obviously.
Aha! I want to take a shot at him.
Oh, we'll allow. Oh, yes. Sorry. I hadn't thought of that. By all means, if you want to try and get a better card than the King of Clubs, Lazarus, allow you to take a shot. I will allow that, but you have to spend a penny on the chance of getting a better card.
All
Sorry.
right. So let me fire this ray gun pistol at him.
Just move. I'll put it back on the map so you can see him. You can obviously move before you shoot if you want. Did you get?
Well, spending that penny, I get a worse card.
I hadn't noticed.
6 closer.
I hadn't. Well, it doesn't matter. You were short range anyway. But I hadn't noticed that Tawny. Don't worry. Don't feel too bad. Tawny got a joker, so everyone got. You get your penny refunded immediately.
Come on. Really? There we go. Of course, he's not an extra. I don't think.
I'm afraid he spends one of his own pennies. So you take a pot shot. You think you've got him, but at the last second, just as you take aim to fire the shot, he dislodges a pile of rocks, causing debris field and something. And a rock tumbles down and unfortunately hits your ray gun shot just as your shot would have hit him, and he legs it off into the jungle. What to do?
Are we turning this combat into a chase?
It's up to you. If you really want to chase in the middle of the night through the jungle, you can, or you can let him go on the assumption that the jungle will basically do for him. Obviously, I forgot to put Relic on the map. She would obviously.
I think more like on the assumption that he will show up again because he was a named character.
I forgot to put Relic on the map.
And we can also set up an ambush for him if he's going to keep following us.
He's lost all his buddies. I really don't think he'll be back. I really don't.
Indeed.
I'm not sure those were his buddies, but okay. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna lay back down and go to sleep too.
Indeed. Okay.
I'm going to go collect up his crossbow that he dropped.
Yep.
Make a good note of his footprints so I know what to look for in the future. And then go back on watch and finish second watch.
On the party sheet. Second watch. The rest of second watch is uneventful. Right. Let's see. Let's reshuffle the deck. Second day in the jungle. Oh, damn it. Hope it'd be a nice quiet day in the jungle, but no. What a joker. Wilderness table. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Okay. So basically, you're traveling. Okay. 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 Everybody. Oh. Everyone gets to make a notice check. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Looks like Relic's going to be the only one who doesn't make the notice. A successful notice roll. And Charles doesn't. Okay. Basically, all of a sudden you hear, as you're traveling through the jungle, you basically suddenly hear a strange sound. Those that make their notice checks, which is everyone except Relic and Charles, realise, unfortunately, only with seconds to spare, therefore giving you any real time to warn anyone else, is the sound of pressurized gases spitting from the rocks. Therefore, basically, everyone gets to make an evasion check. You get a +2 bonus if you passed your notice check. So, +2 bonus unless you're Charles or Rank.
Is that an agility roll?
It's an evasion. It's agility at -2 evasion, so it's straight agility if you made your notice check.
Unless you have improved dodge.
Unless you have improved dodge, of course, yeah. Okay. Relic could be in trouble here. Oh dear. Oh, Relic's got bennies. Relic's will spend one of the bennies on roll. Okay, no, Relic's really in trouble. Oh, the GM will spend bennies in an attempt to soak some of the damage. Well, that's a bit of luck. Okay. So basically, it's a lava plume, apparently. And so suddenly a plume erupts, sending a jet of hot lava into the air, raining down on all of you. You all manage to avoid it. You're okay, except for Relic, who basically realizes that they're completely, basically at the very last seconds, realizes that they've got a large lump of lava heading towards them. In desperation, they roll to the side at the last second, which causes them to roll down the hill and evade it. But everyone else seems to be okay. So that's okay. No one catches fire. Well, actually, yeah, we do. There's the. Yes, it does. So, but we won't worry too much about that. So, yeah, basically, you get away quite. You're able to escape, leaving a burning conflagration behind you. But by the end of the second day, you've reached the edge of Magnet Mountain.
Girl's on fire again.
Some of the forest is, but it'll die.
Okay.
Forest is dry. But you reach the edges of the mountain, and therefore it's time for a second's night of camping.
Hey.
Lucky fellows.
Survival for a campsite?
Yeah, go for it. Otherwise, I get to do some very unpleasant things to you potentially in the middle of the night. Where you pick. Let's find somewhere that you think is suitable. I'm going to assume it's going to be the same watches as before. I'm going to put Sapphira on third watch. Victor's on all watches. But Sapphira, I don't think there's anybody needs charging tonight.
Oh, I was going to ask if anybody needed charging or not.
Always.
Always.
Always. Okay. That's fine. You can charge off during first watch.
There you go. You get a 5 points back this time.
The night passes uneventful. Fuck, really?
Nice.
Okay. Shuffle deck. In the morning, Relic leads you along a series of tunnels. She explains she's going along. You notice she seems to be looking for specific marks on the tunnels. She explains that she and her friends secretly marked these tunnels so they know how they don't get lost down here. Eventually, she reaches a side tunnel that she explains she and Darius discovered and explored. The tunnel, basically, she goes on to say the tunnels are not widely travelled or known to other Magno borders, and it may well prove treacherous. There you go. But anyway, she starts leading you down the tunnel.
Okay.
Take notice of what she's using for marks.
Yes, I was going to do the same thing.
Indeed.
Not successfully.
I was. I hope.
Yes, indeed. You've got an idea of what to look out for. You start heading down into the tunnels. It's all okay. Okay, and one for luck. Okay, King of Diamonds. Right. You've been traveling for quite a few hours. It's probably you've been traveling for 8 odd hours, including rest and everything, and you're very deep underground. You don't seem to be being taken at the where you're going at the moment. Unfortunately, doesn't be any of the 0G stuff. It's all hard slogging on foot. But suddenly, the whole ground basically shakes as a quake, minor quake, which are common in this area, seems to affect it. However, as the shaking gets stronger and stronger, you realise this, however, isn't going to be a minor quake. So you'll get to make agility checks to avoid falling debris.
Just agility?
Just agility. That's what it says. Looks like lots of bennies are spent there, so I suspect everyone's going to come out of this okay. Isurus is fine. Zafira failed and failed again. But, I know you spent another benny. Charles was in trouble. Fritz was okay. Victor wasn't. Then Charles was okay. Then Tawny was okay. Then Victor was okay. And Zafira was okay. I just need to roll for Relic. That's okay. No one takes any damage from falling debris, and more importantly, no one critically failed. Therefore, you get to spend multiple hours digging them out from being buried, but automatically take a wound. But anyway, yes. So yeah, basically, you did make the notice check. Yes, you notice the chalk symbols on the tunnel marking the days. Okay. After you are now going to spend the night in the tunnels, and then she explains that tomorrow morning you'll start reaching the areas where you'll get to experience the strange effect of the reverse gravity of magnet. But it's another night's camping first.
You get another 3 points for your crystal.
Okay, thank you.
Average campsite.
Right. See what we get. Let's watch.
was hoping it'd be a later watch. Give me a couple of moments to sort that out. Dum, dum, dum. Ooh. Ooh. That'll do. Bit many steps. Oh, that one works. That one works. Make a map. Bear with me. And that'll do. And then if I do that, I'll save it as save sets. And up. Go. In. Perfect. There we go. You zoom it. Party. So there. It's what did I said this was first watch. So that'll be Tawny, to Wake, and Victory. Asleep. Burrows down. Scissor sleep. Scissor is sleep. Those that are on watch. A more sort of on watchy sort of situation. There we go. Okay. So, what happens? That's the question, isn't it? Shall we?
Sorry, I'm not playing. This map is not good enough. The other ones. That's it. I quit.
Oh my word! When I built these NPCs, I ballsed it up. Okay, so let's have a bit of stealthiness. Can I have those that are on watch making some notice checks, please?
Who's on watch right now?
Fritz, Tawny, and Victor. Sorry, I know I said some stealthiness. I meant I need to make some stealth rolls, not you guys. It's your notice against their stealth.
No, I insist on my stealth against their notices.
Fair enough. Character campaign.
If I said you had a beautiful stealth, would you hold it against my notice?
Oh, that's awfully forced. I like it. Go on then. All bellies for all there. Generous.
I can't see anything anyway.
Okay. Lost what I'm doing. Okay. No, that's okay. Back. worked. NPCs. Okay, so Victor, you made your notice check. Fritz didn't. And
Okay.
got a 5. So Tawny's obviously looking out, doesn't notice anything, doesn't smell anything. However, Victor, you do. You suddenly notice in the distance. That's terrible. There appears to be a. Well, you're there, so you notice there appears to be someone trying to move quietly through this cave towards you. Down
Okay.
here. There we go. They appear to be an earthling with an impressive physique and sort of plus blonde hair.
I recognize him.
A flash. Oh,
You do, in fact.
one of us.
It does appear to look like it's a Flash Gordon.
It's a rubbish token.
I know. I was surprised. He looks like that, except he isn't holding the gun. And I have to admit, that doesn't half make it look like he's wearing those coiled up sandals, doesn't it? Because he's wait. Oh, there. I just noticed that. Why is he wearing curled up?
I'll move over to Charles, kick him awake. And who am I on watch with?
Tawny and Fritz.
I tell Tawny is female, right?
No, Tawny's over here.
No. I'm asking. Tawny is female, right? Is
No,
it male?
Tommy is male, I believe.
Tawny's
okay.
male, I believe. I think Safara and Relic are the only female members of the party right now.
Oh, okay. I don't care about Relic, so I will throw a blanket over Zafira.
Okie dokie. Throw a blanket over Safira. In the Flash
Yes,
Gordon.
I would tell the women to hide, but she's asleep, so.
Yeah. Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon appears to move a bit closer.
I wave. Coffee. As I start to rouse the campfire.
Okay. Stats is it? Up. Yeah. That. Still good. Yeah. Stuff. Tawny, you see Victor sort of walk over and just suddenly drop I forgot what you said now. The word's gone out of my head. Sheet, a rug, you know what I mean, over as far as sleeping form. Then you sort of looking around thinking, I don't know what's going on.
Oh no. I waved to him first.
No, I know, but no. The point is, all of a sudden, Tawny's very confused. He doesn't know what's going on.
walked over, kicked Charles, threw a blanket over Saphira to protect her. Flash has a reputation, and then I started arousing the campfire.
Well, that's generally a standard state of affairs. 20's like, what?
You're definitely a bit confused right now. You don't know what's going on.
Well, I'll go check on Zafira, make sure that she's not dead and he's covering her dead body.
Fritz,
Just
what
look
are you up
under there.
to?
Is she breathing?
Yeah, she seems fine.
I'm just protecting her. He has a reputation.
Fritz, what do you want to do? You know, stoically keep watch. That's all fine by me. I need to keep track of these. Hang on, how much did that? Spend a penny on that. Ooh, definitely not going to happen. Okay. Other than that, everything. Other than that, everything seems fine. Suddenly, though, Flash disappears.
What?
He literally fades away.
Where was
Right. Did is there like, is this area known for hallucinations or something?
Not
Making a
that,
common
well,
knowledge roll.
yeah, go for it. Not that you're.
Anything else that might explain this phenomenon?
No, and you're finding it very hard to concentrate. Feeling very woolly in the head.
I see that.
he?
This is beyond my normal state of confusion.
Yes.
Okay, so I react automatic instantly. Is the thing still in there? If so, it needs to make a vigor check at a -2.
Okay. You the little limpid grenade. What they do?
Maybe -4 since I got a raise.
I'm trying to. No. I'm trying to. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find an item under NPCs. Silly thing. Crystals containing chance charge limp explode on impact, releasing. Oh, it's a flashbang. Okay, so there's a release blinding white light and shower fine penetrating shards. Okay. Anyone caught within? Yeah, it makes a shake and roll, but that's okay. What I am going to do is okay.
Fail.
That. From over here, there's suddenly you hear a strangled cry of surprise and panic, and something very small that you don't actually get to see clearly. Seems to be scrabbles back and dives down into some vent holes over here. The best description I can give is it appears to be a grey-skinned individual, about the size of, well, it says a grey-skinned halfling, in fact.
He does that before I'm able to respond, right?
It's basically because obviously it's nice and quiet, and that flashbang goes off with a loud flash and bang. It just scrabbles down into that vent, yeah. And, well, it's clambering down as we speak. The flashbang will wake everyone up as well. It's scrambling down as we speak. Its legs poking out the top. So it's
But
still
I'm not
there.
able to act before he's gone, right?
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens on the initiative. That's the point I'm trying to
Okay.
make. Obviously,
Okay.
setting off the limping grenade. Obviously, wakes everyone else up, and Liz appear on the Joker is the first to react.
Sit up and look around.
Looking around, you can see a pair of legs sort of trying to pull itself down a vent over there.
I should.
Move that way.
Really got the 6 of clubs and a 3 of hearts. That's annoying.
With a full move of 6, I can practically get there. Can I grab the legs before they finish going down the hole?
Well, you won't make it because the water is way steep. So if you're going to traverse the water, that's going to halve your movement. For 3 of
Sounds
those
like
6
he's
inches.
jumping to me because it also looks like it's a little lower.
It does, yeah. But I mean, you can jump into the water, and you would get to there.
Can I sort of bounce off of this rock here?
You can make an athletics check then. It's all 3 inches to there. That's not going to make it. You'll land short.
We'll Benny that just to try again.
To clear 3 inches, you'll need a raise, which gets you to there, which is fine. And then the distance to the next, the distance to there, the distance to there is another athletics check. You don't need a raise to clear that distance. So of course you get 1.
Several.
And then 2 inches of movement left. Again, yeah, you do get. You're right. You do get to there. Make it.
A strength contest or something to pull him out.
I'll be athletics if you want to grab him.
More bennies. Takes that, you slippery little thing.
Okay. Well, it is right. Well, that's bound. You literally just grab hold of it. Is bound. No, because it wasn't a test. It was a grapple.
Oh.
So Lizra is basically just grappling. So that does not grow on the to combat. So the individual Lizra captures the individual. He's bound and unable to do anything except attempt to escape. Charles.
Did you skip me?
Yes, I did. Sorry, Bonnie.
Okay, because I've got a clever plan.
I've
got a cunning plan.
Okay.
So Flash has obviously been tackled by an invisible enemy.
Okay.
So I'm coming down here underneath the bridge.
Yep.
Under the bridge one time. And I am kicking a bunch of rocks.
Yep. Oh, your confusion.
And just scattering some scree so that I can see where the invisible creature is walking.
Okie dokie. Give me a second. Work out why your confusion vanished.
Hopefully that's
You-
confused enough.
You were getting a -2, weren't you? So you won't be distracted or run. Oh no, it only lasts for a round. That's why. So you're fine now. That's why I forgot it. It's a very short duration. Okay. Make a notice check. You can't see
That seems
footprints. You can't
appropriate.
see. You can't see footprints. You can't see anything.
Ready to go.
Charles, you're up, sir. Well, you're lying down at the moment, but you'll be up in a second.
Yeah, so that's the first thing I'm going to do is stand up.
Mhm.
Not in the air. Stop that.
There you go. You jumped up.
Yeah, right? Really
It's
high,
magnetic.
too.
It's the magnetic caves. Obviously, you pushed yourself up and found yourself levitating back down to the ground.
Okay, and I saw the flashbang go off over here, and I see Tawny coming over here to see what's going on. So let me come over here and see what I can see.
Absolutely nothing, as far as you could. As dice roll's going to apply.
Well, we're going to try again on that, because
Okay.
I've got a few of them. There we go.
Okay. I'm going to say, because I didn't, obviously, literally didn't have this cave that was instantly grabbed nose line of sight and everything else. It's obviously got bioluminescence, quite bright in here, so you can see what's going on. The water's eerily still. For some reason. You can't see any indication that anyone was walking down here or anything. There's no footprints or anything. In fact, all you can see is sort of dust and debris falling down from the grenade, the limpid grenade that went off. Which, of course, actually, if you want more limpid grenades, you can get them. You'll just have to head back to Arboria, because, of course, the mole men are delivering supplies to Arboria. With a rocket ship, you can do that. Say, oh, we want to go back to Arboria. But no, you see no signs that anyone walked down here. There's no footprints or anything.
Okay, I look around and I look up at Tawny and what are we looking for? And that will be my turn.
Okie dokie. Victor, you're up. Good.
I am going to make a smarts check to try and break whatever magic they're doing.
Okie dokie.
I will Benny that. I want to raise. I'll take
Not
the 5.
today, I'm afraid.
Eater.
Well, a 2 means that they obviously it failed, but a 13 means you can't. Looking around, you can't see anything other than the fact that Lizard seems to be holding this sort of grey-skinned halfling-like creature who's basically upset.
That count as an action then?
Not really. I'm not going to say that's an action. That was you.
Okay. Which case I'm going to play it paranoid. I believe Tawny is tough enough to take this. And I will do suppressive fire in that area. That I will Benny.
If it does suppressive fire. So long that anyone said they'd do it, I forgot the rules for it. I'm going to pick it up.
It's a single shooting roll against everything in there.
Yeah. Okay. To make the attack, place a medium burst template at the table, makes a shooting roll regardless. Okay. Next, compare to each target template instead of any modifiers, cover, dodge, edge, deflection, success. Target is distracted. Okay. So Tawny is distracted by your suppressive fire. You just open up with your ray gun rifle. Didn't get a ray, so you didn't actually. Fortunately, you don't wound Tawny. Basically, Tawny dies for cover and is distracted by the constant stream of ray gun blasts peppering the entire area. Shooting at you, Tawny. Well, not at you. He probably would have hit you if he was shooting at you, shooting all around you. Nothing else appears to be affected in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to end your turn unless you press it, which you did. Zafara. Okay, so basically, there's gun. There was a limpid flashbang grenade goes off, and now you can hear suppressive fire from a ray gun rifle going off. So, and someone's covered you in a rug.
Yeah. Sit up, take the rug down, look around. Okay. At this point, I think what I will do is cast protection on everybody.
Friendly targets targeted.
Hey.
Eight people total. Nice.
So that will be toughness +2 for everybody.
It will be, yes.
Nice.
That's
Feeling the toughness.
on PowerPoint. I probably have to spend an extra for the range. How far away is Lazarus?
6. Probably okay. I think your smarts is
Oh
better than
no,
6, isn't it?
that's within my thing, so I don't have to spend the extra for the range. So that's 8 points. So that leaves me with 7. I'll spend a penny. And again, it did it back up to 15. Why is it doing?
Should have been 7, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it was at 15. I spent 8. It went down to 7. Then I spent a penny, and
Yeah.
it put it back up to 15.
I know.
So
I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know what's going on either. I drug it over and I put it on the
Yeah.
box that was
It's fine.
that said it was like 7 point. That had 7 points in it, and it went up to 15. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
I have no idea. Maybe
Did
there's
it
some
add to it
interesting.
for some reason?
I
Rather
don't
than
know.
re-rolling?
I don't know.
That's not a reroll. It's supposed to put the number of PowerPoints you have up by 5, right? For every spending you spend, it gives you back 5 PowerPoints.
Do you have a feat that gives you 10?
No.
There is one, isn't there? There is an edge that gives
There
you
is.
a
Yeah.
recharge.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zul, you're up. Goes on hold. Fritz. Goes
Also
on
goes
hold.
on hold.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to do.
Relic pops up and goes, "What's going on? What?
Help me find Flash.
Flash,
I
where have
mean-
you gone?"
Flash, I love you.
Funny enough,
We only
that's
have
exactly.
14 hours to save the...
Funny enough, you just. Well, obviously the 14 hours bit she wasn't going to say, but Relic does run up going, "Oh, Flash, I love you." What's? And then realizes where she is and goes, "What's going on?" Then sees the gun. Then sees the gunfire and drops prone again. dives back down to the ground with a gunfire, screaming. And Flash Gordon's not on the combat tracker anymore. Okay, this chap here is very upset.
Was he ever on the combat tracker?
He was.
For about 2 seconds.
Okay, this fellow fails miserably to escape from being held by Isris. Okay. We need something magnificently impressive here because it's all going very wrong. Range of smarts, which is no, you can't. And do air of effect though. Okay, let's go with an air of effect. Go. All of those. Yes. Why are you not working? That's in range. Get rid of that. I'll get relic. I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5. Spending a penny on that. I lost penny. It's not on. Not fair. My dice rolls suck today. Ah! Oh. Like what? Hey, it's going to, and I think we're going to have to move sharpish. Okay, well, nothing appears to happen. It took the GM an awful long time for nothing to happen now, I'm afraid. Okay, who's on hold? Fritz and Azul, you're on hold. You wish to remain on hold.
Yeah, I'm going to stay on hold.
I mean, go ahead, Fritz. Sorry.
Okay. Relic's basically going to find that, see the rug that was on that Zafara kicked off, grab hold of it, pull it over her head, and then go squirming up against this rock, crawling through the ground, whimpering. I'm just having a nice dream about Flash. It's not fair. Okay. Meantime, I'm going to see if I can break free from Isris again. Ooh. 5. That would be that's athletics for you. So on the combat tracker for you, Lizris, there should be an option to roll athletics. If you can hit the roll button, please. This individual is desperately trying to break free from you. Nope, you're keeping them held.
I don't want to squeeze him so hard he hurts, but he ain't going nowhere.
Okay, Victor, you're up.
Come out or I test my skeet shooting skills.
Well, he's technically can't move because Lizris has got hold of him and has basically yanked him. Probably yanked him out. Oh, there's another one, you think? Yeah.
I think there's another one, so I am telling out. So it's
Okay. So is that going to be persuasion or intimidation?
taunt. Lizards, get ready to throw them. Aiming.
Okay. Dum, 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 dum. That would be. Hang on. No, it's the wrong one, but that's so. So you got a success. Get distracted. A voice to your left. I'm assuming you're facing this way at the moment. So a voice to your left. So from a.
Oh yeah, I'm aiming.
Yeah. So a voice to your left. So I'm assuming when I say your left, I'm assuming something like that. Says, I'm not hiding. What's the problem? It sounds a bit confused and then goes, I forgot you can't see me. Okay, I say it didn't come from where you were looking. It didn't come from where you were looking. It definitely came from. Right. You're aiming, no problem at all. Charles, you're up, sir.
Okay, did I hear where that voice came from?
From your perspective, that way.
Somewhere in that direction. Okay. Hiding just invisible. So I'm going to come over here.
Bail. I got a bail.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick up a bunch of dirt from the ground and just throw it into the air, kind of in this general direction.
Okie dokie. Make an athletics roll.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be real good. I'm going to throw it in my own face. Oh, look at that. I didn't.
None of them negative waves, Moriarty.
Ooh. Okay.
You're right. You're not hiding. Now stop moving or I'm going to shoot you.
You obviously you spot something in the in the dust movements.
Yeah, but I figured my action was throwing the dirt.
So. Exactly. Oh, I agree. Yeah, which is absolutely fine. I like that. Okay, Zapara, you're up.
Okay. Do I see unidentified NPC 1?
Yes.
I will try to grab it with my telekinesis.
Okie dokie.
I think I'll Benny that. Because I think it's a strength or his spirit, an opposed spirit to.
Bash, change targets, manipulate moves. So yeah, I would say you'll get if you're trying to grab it with your telekinesis. I'm going to say it'll be its agility versus your telekinesis. Yes. Okay. If you're trying to grab hold of it, because that would be.
Yeah, I am.
You've successfully cast it, so of course you can keep using it. Don't forget.
Okay. So yeah, I will. I will attempt to grab.
So you're going to we'll take the 4. So you have telekinesis of strength. You have telekinesis strength D10 for 5 rounds.
Yes.
Yeah. However, the so the 4 was a successful casting. The agility check, which unfortunately, even being confused from the taunt, it is able to sort of slip past your attempts to grab hold of it. But your telekinesis lasts for 5 rounds, so obviously you can use telekinesis to bash it, or again you can keep making mongomancy rolls to try and grab hold of it, as it were.
I'll give him a smack into the ground.
Well, technically, you're casting it to grab him's your action this round, so you can do that next round, of course.
Oh, okay.
Tony.
Then that's the enemy turn.
You're up.
And
we just lose
telekinesis was 5
just lose.
points, so that takes
They've
me
got to go, but they haven't disconnected.
7.
Tawny's on. I think Tawny's on hold.
12.
Get rid of Flash Gordon. Okay. Right. Prince Lieber requests interrupt. Regret.
Is that enough to interrupt him? No. Okay.
But Azul's requesting interrupt, so if Azul could beat an 8, then Azul gets an interrupt. Okay, so unidentified NPC number 1 basically tattles a bit. Ooh! Okay, so unidentified NPC number 1 cackles a bit and then basically stares very hard at Charles and hits him mentally between the eyes with something that leaves Charles staggered and confused. Then Azul attempts to interrupt. He's obviously, unfortunately, however, he's all tangled up in his bedclothes. He tries to react, and he ends up getting himself all distracted. So Fritz, you get to go first. You want to do so?
Bollocks.
He dodges to the side of your ray gun rifle shot, laughing as he goes.
See the way you blow the dice and it works? Yeah.
Ouch. Out of bennies. Oh dear. There's nothing left.
Whoever's next. I don't know who's next.
Azul's next. Azul's next. He's all tangled up in his bedclothes, but he scrambles out of them and manages to stand up. He was distracted.
Selective.
He's obviously using burst template, which is a 9-inch range. I know because we measured it, so. Fortunately, trying to break free of his bedclothes, he successfully casts it anyway. That's a hit, River Reyes. The dice seem to have frozen. Oh, there we go.
Right, it's just started floating.
It didn't it? Started levitating. And with that, okay. Everything quiet.
Those are some masculine pixies.
They were indeed. They're very dead pixies. All they wanted to do was steal your lucky charms. Oh well.
But I didn't even get a chance to look at it.
No, afraid not. I only like causing trouble.
Let alone play skeet with Victor.
So, I know. I'm afraid that's unfortunately. But apparently, yeah, I was interested when I rolled a random encounter and got pixies. I can have some. So there we go. I was just going to do nasty things to you. Flash Gordon was because Relic was dreaming about it, and one of the pixies thought that, well, if she's dreaming about it, then I know what I can use. But if you'd actually met Flash, you'd know it wasn't actually an accurate picture of Flash, because Relic's never seen him either. So you got a bit closer, and before he vanished, he was 8 feet tall and very broad chested.
On the wrong side.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, the rest of the night passes uneventfully. And okay, with basically the rest of the night passes uneventfully, and you're able to set out the following morning. And now you get to you now reach the part of the magnetic mountain currently where I've forgotten where I am now. The strange reverse gravity comes to light. So everyone, basically, as you enter, Relic says, "Watch out! This can be disorientating. Some people have been known to land badly when gravity flips." If they're not used to it, and probably doesn't break an ankle. As she literally steps forwards, and then you see her fly up to the ceiling and land in a crouched position. Fritz, let's have an agility check as you step into the altered gravity state. You're fine. Azul's next. Azul is fine. That brings us to Lizra's. Lizra's is absolutely fine. Victor. Okay, sorry, I was reading ahead there. Charles.
Charles flails through the air and somehow ends up landing in a perfect superhero pose.
Indeed. However, you did roll a natural 1. So it will be a very impressive landing with a loud crunch. You may want to basically on a if you roll a 1 on your agility dice, unfortunately you land, but unfortunately you basically suffer an automatic wound.
Automatic wound?
She suffered sprained ankle, broken leg, or even a cracked skull.
Obviously it's his knee.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been his knee. Agreed. It would have been his knee. I fully accept that, and that's how I would have done it. Yeah, you landed on doing a perfect superhero pose, and then as you stand up, you realise you basically broken your leg, but you're fine. Yeah, so you can have your superhero landing. You'll be happy to know. Fire it's an interest will be a flyer. You're okay. Because say with you can make an athletics check for flying in the reverse gravity if you held but you're okay. And last but no means least is Tawny, who may not be here. I might have to spend his bennies for him. He did go away, but he didn't log out, which means I think he assumed. Tawny's absolutely fine. Right. Not gonna worry. Okay, so it will take you after a few hours. Don't worry too much. I don't think you're gonna have. I think we've had enough encounters. Yeah, after about 7 hours of journeying this day through the different reverses of gravity, you all get accustomed to it and no longer will suffer any ill effects. Okay. Come on. The next couple of days journeying through the magnetic caves is uneventful. So, Okay. Relic on the third day in the tunnels, Relic tells you you're getting close to where she lost Darius. The sound of rushing water grows louder, and you realise you're following an underground stream. You can't see it. You're obviously running parallel to it. Under the magnet mountain, everything is turned upside down. The stream, when you do catch sight of it, flows along the ceiling of the cavern rather than the floor. Relic leads the party down along the stream, apparently, which grows wider and deeper as you go. She tells you to be careful, since this is near where she and Darius encountered the savage Cavernosaur. As if summoned, a massive creature bursts from the water. Okay, everyone gets to make a notice check, but at -2. Fail the notice check, you are surprised. Oh, the scale's wrong on this map.
Guess I'm surprised.
So am I. Because I'm at -2. That's only a 3.
Yeah, I don't think the scale's wrong on this map. I think it's a stupid.
Zafira is surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not. Everyone else looks like it. Who isn't? And Charles.
The scale on this map is. Okay.
As always, surprised, -2. Yeah. Unless they cancel each other out.
Okay. Vera -2. Charles is not surprised and Fritz is not surprised. So you're the only two that get cards.
I think Azul might have an alertness thing which counts as the -2, so he's not surprised either.
Alertness is fine. Yeah, that does alertness most certainly in there.
Well, I put the -2 in.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the alertness
My
added
ro-
to +2,
Yeah.
so it counts it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely fine. Relic gets to react as well, and Charles get to react. Well, everyone else is surprised on the first round. Okay. That does such. Okay, so it's that. Scale. The size of this map. Okay. I don't have any bennies, so I can't do anything about the Cavernosaur. Well, I could actually. Cavernosaur could spend. No, I'll hold on to it. Okay. So, oh. I pressed F12 by mistake. Oh well. Need to do that. So
Hey, I had the Queen of Spades.
Well, it went both ways. Tawny's on hold. This is not
What?
on hold. Victor's on hold. Sorry about that. You all got bennies because Charles got the Joker. It balances out.
No, I was ahead of the Cavernosaur bull.
Oh, sorry about that.
And you gave my fucking Queen of Spades to the bull. The hell is that?
Charles, you're up first. The inverted stream is deep. Okay, the inverted stream is deep, swift, and frigid. Crossing it requires a athletics check with a race to avoid being swept downstream.
With a raise. Okay, so I'm obviously not going that way. Can I just barrel past everybody to say here?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay. Then I will go there and poke this thing with my stick.
Okay. Actually, have a picture of a cavernosaur, actually, which I haven't shared. It's a cavernosaur.
Yeah. Yeah. Big and ugly. Hit with the raise. I'll take that. I poke the carnosaur.
You do.
Cavernosaur. Cavernosaur. Who just grunts at me angrily. Got it.
Indeed. Let's have a look at cavernosaur description. Aggressive, slightless creature of Tropido. Their cave journeys resemble large earth leopard seals. This particular male ball is larger, seemingly fearless, and more territorial than most species. Okay. Well, let's see what it's doing. It's rush, which is that on this map. I can do a tail slap. Okay, so it's going to bite you. Tail slap for it. Right, hit for it with its tail. And then some. Fritz gets knocked backwards. It's barely missing and lands a loud splash in that pool there. It's down hard. 3 wounds. Azul's next. I think we should do is half the scale. Squares. Not much sensible. That makes things a bit better. The scales are looking less ridiculous now. Okay, double movement speed. A -2 with a -2 a multi action.
But that should have applied. I just rolled it, but
Yeah, no, I
it
applied.
didn't seem to.
I've applied them.
Oh, you did? Okay, great.
All applied. Do this. Okay. Who's up next?
No, it's my
Azul?
turn still.
Jake the Cavernosaur Ball. And Relic goes next. Does light pistol. In with a raise. Causing a wound. I do managed to soak. No bennies left for me. Fritz, you basically pick yourself up and sort of recover from being smacked halfway across the cavern. And stomp out the water back to where you started. That's more like it.
Mother.
You've got 7 more bennies. You've got 7 more bennies, and after this
No,
fight,
Go.
this is a surprise for the first round. Victor's surprised for okay. Identified NPCs. No, I'm not worrying about them. Okay. Worry about them next time.
What the fuck?
Yeah, really.
I accidentally.
Oh, I meant I thought I was muted. Sorry.
Right. Toggle hold. Toggle hold. Toggle hold. Toggle hold. New round. Fritz gets to go first. Unless obviously bennies have been dealt all around. If anyone wants to try and beat the Cavernous, now's the time to do it. You've all got, unless you're Azul or Victor, you've all got north of 5 bennies. You might want to try and get up see if you can beat the Jack of Hearts. Worry about it. Fritz is wild attacking. Ow. I mean, ow. Just ow. 3 wounds on the Cavernous ball as Fritz hits it as hard as he can. Then runs away. Probably a very sensible thing
Yeah,
to
well,
do.
I'm not going to get. I'm vulnerable and I've got 3 wounds. Yeah, bollocks. Someone
Charles
else
is
can take
next.
over.
Charles is up next.
Okay, Charles will see if he can finish it off. I mean, nobody else is standing here, so he may as well be the brave one.
Indeed.
Or is it stupid? I can never remember.
That's a hit.
Let's go for the raise.
Okay.
Oh, I said raise, not go lower.
Like rolling ones today. Be careful.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. Yeah. Let me do one more. No, apparently I'm just going to get the hit. Oh, well. Oh, just, he says casually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. You inflict the 4th wound upon the Cavernous boar. I think he's going to live much longer. Victor's up next.
Okay. I am going to spend my adventure card.
Ooh. Right. Computer. Playing this card allows you to roll die on damage rolls for ranged combat. This effect only lasts for this round. Yes, I quite like that card. There is a melee version of that. Oh.
I know, I also have it. Alright, I'm going to add that real quick. And then I'm going to move, target,
Yep. You'll need to make an athletics check to cross through the river. Be better off staying where you are.
Athletics check.
You get swept away, basically. You won't get
I'll
dragged.
penny the athletics check.
You need to get a raise on the athletics. It's a swift flowing river.
All right, I'm just going to move to make space. I'm not going to try and cross the river. Sorry, I thought it was just difficult terrain.
No. It's a very fast flowing river. It's basically you need 2 successes to not be swept away by the fast flowing river.
I had 2 hits.
You did.
I don't know. I think I can do better. So I will try.
It's taken 4 wounds, in all fairness.
I know. I said I think I can do better, and I can. See?
Yep, hit with a raise and a hit with a raise. Go for it.
First shot, which did not get the raised damage for some reason.
Do both shots. Do both shots, and then
Second shot. Still didn't get raised damage.
I have to look at what you did because that obviously extra in it. Oh, you know why? Because I know why. I know why. Was when you re-rolled at the original rolls, didn't you? So
there's 1 raise.
So that would be 16, 20, 24 damage. And you want to... And then we'll go... And then...
So is that raise going to the first attack or the second one?
The first attack. Do you want to do the raise damage for the second attack?
Okay. I will Benny that second damage.
Okay, go for it. Hang on. Yep, go for it.
No!
You've killed it, but you might as well have the bragging rights. So go.
Headshot.
And with that, you defeat the Cavernosaur. At which point, I'm going to call it a day there and leave it on the cliffhangers. At that moment, you saw me deleting all those NPCs. At this point, Drog returns, but it appears he's brought friends with him. They're all fully armed and they come barreling into the cave behind you. And that's where we shall leave it today, because I'm going to take this map and see if I can do a better one with a slightly better scale that means I can actually fit everyone on that and fit on for the final fight. But we shall leave it there today. See you in a fortnight, guys, when hopefully I can get it working and it doesn't muck about. Hope you had fun. I'll see you on Tuesday for Hell on Earth if you're playing on Tuesday. If not, I'll see you in a fortnight, which, let's check the dates. The next game is, says
22nd.
22nd. Yep. See you on the 22nd. Have fun.
Do we get
Bye
in
now.
advance?
Awesome.
Not yet. The adventure's not finished.
Well, I had to ask. I mean, come on, it's tradition.
Indeed. Take care. See you later.
Thanks, Taz. That was
You're
fun.
welcome.
Had a lot of fun.
Snapping heroes, we're blasting off tonight. Rocket engines blazing through the cosmic light. Mongo, strange terrain where danger waits. Savage lands of mystery decide our fates. Through the jungle skies and crimson seas, on Mongo's treacherous path we face the squeeze. Flashdale and Zarkov, let's make it right. In savage worlds we bring the fight. Lizard folk and lion men, allies defying. Flee from Prince Baron's traps, leave terror behind.